Hey, what's up? It's Brian from Erie, PA, back with another deck profile. And this time it's going to be bujins. For you fans of history and the love of mythology, this would be a great deck. It's based on Japanese mythology, and this deck is all about protecting your Beast Warrior monsters and Exceed summoning. Alright, let's get started. Yamato. He's one of three Beast Warriors that you need to protect. During the end phase, you can add a bujin monster and then discard a bujin monster. That's great if you're running like Crow, Raven, or a lot of the others that need to be discarded like Hare, Turtle. And the fact that he's a light monster. Yeah. Next up we have Arasuda. Now he allows you, when you draw a bujin monster, or when a bujin monster is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you're able to draw another card and discard it. That also combos off with Raven and a lot of other bujin monsters. The last Beast Warrior for the main deck is Mikazuchi. He allows you to add the bujin spells and traps. Now, I have one. The deck, you might want to run two, maybe three. Arasuda, you run at 2. Yamato, you run at 3. And Harame is actually the last one. My bad. I don't have her, so I don't remember what she does. So bear with me. Next up, we have Bujinki Turtle. When your Beast Warriors, or when a Bujin monster would be, when a card or effect is activated that targets a Bujin, you can banish this card from your graveyard and negate and destroy the card. That's really helpful. This deck relies heavily on the graveyard, so like Gravekeepers could cripple this deck, and many other decks, such as like zombies, if they run Forbidden Graveyard or something. I'm going to be running 3 of these guys, Bujinki Raven. Now, when your Bujin is destroyed by battle, you're able to pitch him and destroy that monster. It's a good thing that it's a hand effect. Otherwise, it wouldn't be useful at all on field. Next up, we have Hare. Bujinki Hare protects Beast Warriors by, if the Beast Warriors are targeted by cards or effects, you can banish this from your graveyard to negate and destroy as well. But this is specifically for Beast Warriors. Like Raven and Turtle were just for any Bujin, but Hare is specific for Beast Warrior. The other cards I'm going to show you that are monsters are specifically for the Beast Warriors: Yamato, Harame, Mikazuchi, and Arasuda. I'm going to be running 2 Crows, but I originally planned on 3. When your Beast Warrior would be attacked, you can pitch this and negate the attack and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the monster's attack. So you don't really need Honest, you just need Crow, because it stops your opponent's attack. Now, most people run Bujin Crane at 3, but I don't. I run it at 2, just because it's so specific for Beast Warriors. These 3, Bujin Centipede. This is your spell and trap destruction in the deck, aside from Twin Twisters and aside from MSTs. You banish this. If you control a Bujin monster faceable on field, you can banish this and destroy a spell or trap card on the field. Running other spell and trap destruction is very handy as well. This bujin, the next monster is bujin Quillen. If you control a bujin, you're able to banish this, target any face-up card on the field, and destroy it, which is very handy when you're going against a monster that can't be destroyed by battle, such as Blackwing Armor Master or Beals or something like that. Normally I'd run it at 3, but I only have 2. Spells. Now, being that this deck dumps a lot, I run Special Hurricane, and the great thing about this is I pitch like Hare or Turtle or Raven or something, and it'll target all special summon monsters on the field. And I don't even have to worry about my monsters being destroyed, because I can just normal summon most of them. This card could end up screwing you over, but it is a really good card for light decks. Can Stellar Belt. Makes it so your light monsters effects cannot be negated, which is very handy. Now, these 3, Bujin Regalia, the Mirror, during your main phase 1, you're able to stop your opponent's spells and traps for the turn. And that stun, even that temporary stun, can stop most decks that rely heavily on spells and traps. Like if you're going against like Magispectors, or you're going against stuff that, like I said, heavily relies on spells and traps, that'll affect it. The next spell is Bujin Carnation. I run 1, but some people, they might run that 2. This allows you to bring back a monster, I believe, on field. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can target a Bujin in your grave and that's banished and bring them back to the field, special summon them. And they can't be used for Exceed summoning except for Bujin Exceeds, or Beast Warrior Exceeds. Traps. Now, I don't have very many traps in this deck. Like a lot of my traps are staples, but Bujin Regalia, the Sword. I like this at 3 because this allows you to bring back a Bujin from your graveyard or banished to your hand. And that can be handy when you have nothing. The next cards are just staples. MST's Burial, Jar of Avarice, Dimensional Prison, Mirror Force, and Compulsory Evacuation Device. All those are staples. Now, and like I've stated in my other videos, extra deck is preference, but for Bujins, these are some of the best ones, probably the better ones. Bujin Kakasuchi, 2800 beater, 2 Sasanos. He can attack all your opponents directly, or not directly, but he can attack all your opponent's monsters they control one or each once. So in a way, he's like an ultimate conductor Tyranno. Bujin Amoretsu, Bujin Tsukiyomi, Star Leech Paladynamo, number 39 Utopia, and Karen Gorgon Anti-Luminescent Knight. That's all I run for extra deck. I don't want to bore you with the extra deck, so. Okay, thanks for watching. That's it for Bujins. Hit like or subscribe. And also feel free to leave comments. Catch you on the flip side.